Why is crypto down today? That's a question many people are asking themselves because now Bitcoin has sold off as we expected it to do. And now lots of people are simply wondering where the price could go and if this is an actual reversal. Hello and welcome to yet another video from Bloomberg Capital. My name is Patrick, and today we're going to be simply discussing the Bitcoin's price because it's currently leading the market to the downside, and many people are asking themselves, what next? Why did this thing sell off all of a sudden? What's behind this? And let me tell you, the reason for now is really not necessary to know, especially because you could have expected that just by looking at the chart. So we're simply going to motivate a more chart focused video because the fundamentals, nothing really did tell us that this is going to sell off. However, I just recorded a video a couple of days ago and uploaded it onto the YouTube channel where I was highlighting that this is going to sell off. Okay, so it's not like anyone is surprised here. I'm sure many people still are, but this is the process. So let's just get into it without any rambling around and just tell you what it's going to do. And not a lot of my thoughts have actually changed. So if you like the in-depth thoughts for that, just simply click on the last Bitcoin video we recorded. And there you will see that we are going through all of this in detail. So what has happened here is that we formed a double top formation. Okay. And then we had I would say an M-shaped type of a pattern like this. That usually tells you that a cycle is turning. And usually when cycles go up or go down, they tend to express their bias in M shapes. Sometimes they're more neutral, sometimes they're bullish, and sometimes they're bearish, as this one, okay? So what we noted there was a fairly neutral symmetrical cycle. You can see it here. This is an M shape right there. It has a bullish bias, as you can see by looking at the lows from here to here. But what has happened now is that we had formed a lower peak here, and then we have sold off. Additionally, this rally here was of lower volume, which means not a lot of people buying, but in the institutional fund flows, we saw lots of institutions selling into this and lots of shrimps buying into that. So dumb money got in, smart money got this as exit liquidity, and they wanted to get out and quick. They wanted to get out quick. So I don't know the reason for it. I'm sure it's going to be tomorrow in the news, but that's the result. So that's why it's selling off. And so far, this rally has been weaker than the rally that came before, and especially this one, and the sell-offs have been stronger. So here, my expectation would also be that the down leg in the bearish biased cycle is also fairly strong. Okay, so I would expect it to actually extend lower and test, of course, this low at first. This is where we are. I think we're going to try to bounce out of this. And after that, we should sell off into this region. Why this region? Well, lots of buyers couldn't really hold up the price over here. So what we need to test is simply, are buyers present at lower levels? So the market is simply going to try to go lower and see if it's going to find buyers there. So the 100,000 level is a very high reversal zone where you have a big probability that you're going to get a bounce. But then we need to find ourselves within the range. So what's going to happen afterwards, we can know once we're at this point if we get acceptance into this and form new highs, or if we are going to go lower to find more buyers. And that's what's up at the moment. Okay, so larger cycles are turning down. That's why the price is being pushed lower. We're not finding a lot of buyers here, so the market is simply selling off to test if they can find buyers to sustain higher prices, or if they still need to discount to go up later. By no means, I think this is simply the macro top that I will simply assume once we lose that level. Okay, so the line in the sand really is this one. And we can chop around here. Okay, we're at the premium zone of this range over here. So if we break back in, this is all the range that we can play in. So the first scenario, of course, is this one, if we get a break out again or not. And after that, we're going to know what it's going to do. So only 100K is important here. and the 110,000 level is important here, nothing else. Hopefully this helped you a lot. We did discuss this in our Discord server. You can see on the screen that we also traded this move to the downside, and quite successfully, if I'm honest. And yeah, you can replicate that by also joining our Discord server. There we answer your questions, and it's completely for free if you want to have a chat with us. But we also do have a premium offering where we offer over 180 stocks, Bitcoin, Ethereum, precious metals, miners, everything you would like to see for one price. So it's everything for everyone, and it's very affordable as well. So you should definitely check us out. And I mean, just chatting with us, it's completely free. You have nothing to lose. So feel free to come into the Discord. I'm Patrick with Bloomberg Capital. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, goodbye.